So here's the good news for Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's gonna hit Terence Crawford. Here's the bad news for Shawn Porter is it's not a good idea to hit Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford likes to get hit. Terence Crawford actually invites the punishment in, especially early in fights. I am convinced that Terence Crawford purposely gets hit early in fights, much like Triple G. I believe the same thing of Triple G. They purposely get hit early in fights to lure their opponents into the type of fight that they want, which is a fight. Terence Crawford likes to fight. Terence Crawford, ironically, is one of the best pure boxers in the sport, pound for pound, if not the best, and he'd rather fight than go into a technical boxing match. He can do that if he has to, but he'd rather fight, which is why I'm a fan, number one. But Terence Crawford likes to fight. He's one of those guys who dresses up to go out to the club and puts on his all-white Air Force Ones, goes to said club, goes to the highest traffic area of the club, sticks his foot all the way out, and just waits for somebody to give him a reason for conflict. That's Terence Crawford. And guess what? Shawn Porter is going to give Terence Crawford reasons for conflict in this fight. Shawn Porter is going to hit Terence Crawford. I saw a stat earlier. Shawn Porter averages 38 power punches per round. That's the highest of any ranked welterweight in the world, active welterweight. When Terence Crawford's opponents have success against him, the little bit of success they have, it's when they're power punching, going back to the Gamboa fight. It's when these guys are throwing power punches that they have success against Crawford because of what I said earlier. Crawford doesn't mind getting hit. He has a great chin. He invites punishment in. He'd rather fight. And that's why I think this fight tomorrow night is going to turn into quite the entertaining fight for a while. But let me circle back. The bad news for Shawn Porter is Terence Crawford enjoys that. And I keep flashing back to when Adrian Broner caught Shawn Porter with that hellacious shot in the 12th round of their fight after Shawn Porter dominated him for 11 rounds. He caught him with a hell of a shot and almost sent him to hell. Terence Crawford's going to catch Shawn Porter with a lot of those shots. A lot of those shots. And when I envision this fight, I don't think Shawn Porter is going to stink this fight out. He's capable of it. He's capable of turning into football player Shawn and mauling Terence Crawford to death to try to stink the fight out, which isn't going to work either over time. But I don't think that's what we're going to see from Shawn Porter tomorrow night. I think Shawn Porter is well aware that this is his night to shine. He's come up short in some big fights, been on the wrong side of some bad decisions. I think he's going for it tomorrow night, and that's why I think this is going to turn into an entertaining fight. Both guys are going to hit each other a lot, but at the end of the day, Terence Crawford is a different beast, man. This guy's a lion. Crawford in an entertaining fight, late stoppage.